Because they played.
Porque aprendíamos.
Because they were learning.
Leíamos.
And they would read.
Y yo quiero a la señora Zaragoza mucho. I love Miss Hagan. Miss Hagan is so wonderful at teaching, all the time and every day. Miss Hagan wears glasses so when she reads little words she can see. She is special because she wants you to learn to pass the grade you are in. I bet last year the kids in her class were very proud and smart because they had an awesome teacher. My name is Afama Macheka. She's the person who could light up any dark or dull room with her beautiful, delicate smile. She acts like a second mother to me, trying to keep my classmates and I safe no matter what it takes. Miss Fry has so many gifts from God that none of us can begin to count. Miss Fry, she has a spontaneous, encouraging attitude, and she has a great personality.
What did you say? She's your favorite teacher? You don't think you'll have another one like her? Other than her attitude, what do you like about her?
Her great looks.
Her great looks. She's a nice looking lady.
I don't know how she's not a model yet.
That's very sweet.
Sarah Grissett, Pine Tree Middle School. Miss Curtis is an admiring teacher. Not only does she teach you ELAR, but she teaches you how to be a better person. I met Kelsey in the 3rd grade when I moved to Longview. She showed me around and never got angry. I made sure she was never left alone so she wouldn't get lost. She had to learn this behavior from someone, and that someone was Miss Curtis herself. Miss Curtis is very ambitious to teach, and that's why I know by far Miss Curtis is by far the best teacher.
Tell me a little bit why you like Miss Curtis. Like, what are your favorite things about her?
Miss Curtis, she has a lot more personality than most teachers that are in this school because she helps everybody the most she can, and every time we see her she's busy as a bee because she helps everybody, and I've seen her. I wish I could be more like that.
Joel Ramirez. One of my favorite quotes by Mr. Perry is, "Just because you're junior high students doesn't mean you have to act like it. Rise above the standard. Be better than our high school kids, better than those Dallas school musicians, and even better than some of the state college ensembles. You have the potential, so use it." I believe Mr. Mark Perry deserves to win this award because no other person has had such a big and colossal impact in my life as Mr. Mark Perry.
My name is Evan Estes. The great Tom Landry accurately summed up the significance maintained by this assistance when he stated, "A coach is someone who tells you what you don't want to hear, who has you see what you don't want to see, so you can be who you have always known you can be." Coach Walters is a man who shows up on time every day with positivity and dedication. This characteristic, among many others, is one that has been implemented on me throughout my time in Pine Tree Athletics. I asked what kept him so strong on his football path over the years, and without hesitating, he looked me dead in the eye and said, "Son, you don't have to prove a thing to anybody but yourself. I could have retired years ago, but I did not feel it was the time. Not until we turn this thing around. I love it. I love you kids far too much to simply walk away. This part of your life is just a small chapter, but mark my words, if you take the easy path and step away from this sport, you will regret it for the rest of your days. I promise you that." Though life is not always easy, through the sport of football, Coach Walters has had an immeasurable impact on my choices and consequentially made me into the stronger man that I am today.
I'm Mackenzie Smith, and I'm a senior at Pine Tree High School, and I'm going to read you some excerpts from the Beacon essay that I wrote about Mr. Kirchhoff. Every great once in a while, a student is lucky enough to be placed in a classroom with a teacher that truly speaks to them. A great teacher does not only teach the subject in their textbooks, but the realities of the world that their student will face once they leave the classroom. I was lucky enough to have this teacher for 2 years. Mr. Kirchhoff teaches physics, which is probably the most dreaded subject that students are forced to take in high school. I can honestly say that I learned more in that classroom over the past 2 years than I have about anything over the past 12, though. He has taught me that I have greater potential than I will ever believe, which is something every person needs to know before going out in the real world on their own. Despite my whining and my senioritis, he's continued to motivate me and push me for higher goals, even when they don't pertain to physics. Whether you're doing physics problems or practice SAT questions, Mr. Kirchhoff is always looking out for us, even though most students don't see it that way. He's helped me prepare for the life I have ahead, even when it throws a curveball with high centripetal acceleration and the downward force of gravity.
Mrs. Jackson is a wonderful person. Since I started at Pine Tree, she has helped me with everything I need to finish and graduate. I love the way she comes to school every day with a big smile and a lot of energy, even when she isn't having a great day. She is always ready to teach you something new. Mrs. Jackson will sit beside you until you get an understanding on anything you need help on. She not only helps you with school problems, but with your personal problems too. I am glad I have her to help me. She gives me all the courage I need to finish school and go to college.